Okay, let's see if I set this up right. I do this so infrequently that I don't know.
Wait,
Can you see me?
uh, where?
Live stream.
Well, let me log back in. I couldn't just a second ago.
I'm trying to get it set up right now.
Yeah, I don't see anything up there.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. 3 watchers.
Oh, let's see. I clicked off of that.
Let's see. It says 10 are watching.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Send me a chat.
There's a big lag.
I know. Stand by, folks.
So you've got other people who have sent you chats too. Rainbows on. Chosen.
Okay. Stand by, folks. Still getting this thing set up.
Do you still need me?
What's that?
Do you still need me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get through this. I'm trying to get to my chat. But I'm going through all of this CAPTCHA business.
How many crosswalks?
Yeah. How many cars? How many fire hydrants? Click on the fire hydrants. Oh, this is ridiculous. I want to see if I could see. Maybe I can get onto here. See it this way. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I see it. Hey. Oh, there we go. Hey, Mark. Glad you can make it. Okay, yeah, there's going to be a lag.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, because you could hear me. Okay, thanks. I'm going to hang up now.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay. I do this so infrequently that I forget how to set this up like every single time. So, but I think I got it. I see my my chat window here. So let's see. Let's see. Hey, Bimbo, Joe, Sarah, Andrew, Matthew Wilkes, Mark Cuevas, Richard Doss, Tim Johnson, Steve R. Bimbo. How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing on this lovely Saturday morning? Yeah, I just wanted to get on and say hi to everybody and kind of open this up for kind of a Q&A thing for anyone who had questions about the channel or about how things work on the channel, because things have changed over the last 3 years in one way or another. And it's been quite a ride, and things have definitely changed over the channel. One of the things that has changed has been in regards to making requests. And once upon a time, hey Meg, once upon a time, as I was building the channel, I would basically take the requests that people had in the comments, and those would be the things that I would go after. And once the channel became more popular, and I opened up this website for making donations and also for Patreon and getting requests through Patreon, my schedule just became totally impacted. So I stopped doing comment requests and just kind of direct everyone to the website to make the requests through those two methods. And yeah, it's crazy, because let's see if I could bring up my schedule here just so that you guys have an idea of what it looks like on my side. I'm going to try to eliminate any sensitive information here. Okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, let's do. There we go. So, okay. Today is April 26th, and on this, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but this is where we're at in my schedule yet. So I actually have to shoot and post a couple of videos today, and you could see how I double up like 2 a day here. And yeah, that's my schedule coming up, and there's a lot. There's a lot on the schedule, and I've got a couple of things blocked out here. This Tuesday is just taking the day off, courtesy of one of my patrons, Lise, who Lise signed up. Now, get this, folks, because this is really, really cool. Lise signed up on Patreon as a badass patron to give me a day off every month. Now, if that is not cool, I don't know what is, but what a kind person to do that for me, because she's been a friend of the channel for a long time, and she saw how it went from a couple, like 3 videos a week to a video a day to 2 videos a day, and she watched me take that ride as the channel got more and more popular. And so she goes, you better take a break here. And I'm like, I can't. I got to satisfy all of these requests as quickly as possible, because I don't want people to wait, because they already have to wait as it is. And she goes, well, I'm gonna sign up, and then I'm going to make you take a day off at least 1 day a month. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening on this day right here. As we travel down in the schedule and we go through May here, open this up a little bit so you can see that, and we come down to this block, which Sarah and I are going to Colorado, and we're going to stay at the hotel that The Shining was filmed in. I guess they called it the Overlook Hotel in the movie, but it's called something else. Sarah, if you can type into the chat here, I forgot what the name of the actual hotel is, but that's gonna be fun. And then if Mark's is still on here, Mark, are you still on here? My buddy Mark and I'm going to fly out to Washington, D.C., where my friend Mark lives, and Sarah and I are going to go check out, the Stanley Hotel. Thank you. And Mark and I are going to, Sarah and I are going to fly out, meet up with Mark and his lady Christine, and we're going to hang out in D.C. It's just so happens that we're going to be flying in on during the military parade for Trump's birthday. We didn't plan that, but that's what's happening. So it's going to be totally chaotic, but we're going to be in the thick of it, which is, yeah, man, I like that kind of stuff. I really like just kind of experiencing as much of life as I possibly can. So that'll be crazy. And then Sarah's going to fly back home, and Mark and I are going to fly into London, and then we're going to take a train to Swindon, and we're going to attend a 3-day convention for XTC fans, the band XTC, and this will be my first time going to England, so I'm so stoked about that. Yes. So that's what's going on here. Let's go back to this. But yeah. So you can see what my schedule looked like there. That was kind of crazy. Let me take a look at some of these comments as I was jabbing around. Yeah, Sarah. Boo for flying back home. Yeah, Matthew, bro. Yeah, so we're just flying into London, so we're not going to stay there. So, we are, but it's going to be cool because I'm going to get to finally see London. I have been a fan of British culture for as long as I could remember. I'm very much steeped in all of their music, movies, humor, and everything else. And I cannot wait to actually be standing in England and just taking it all in. So especially London. But I know I'll be going back to England because I definitely want to do Liverpool type of tour too. Beatles fan that I am. So that'll be cool. Okay, let's see some of the, let me go back to some of these comments here. Hey Ralph, how's it going? Ralph, you probably have heard Ralph's name a lot on the channel. Ralph's like my killer superpower patron. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun getting his requests. Erich, is it Erich with an H or Eric with an H? I look like your aunt's husband. And that made me unfairly hate you at first. That's great. Oh, that's great. Oh, Sleep Token is from London. Very cool. Oh man, those guys are awesome. David Ellingsworth, how you doing? Oh, from the Nightwish Army. I know. Though you don't even have to say it, David. I know. I haven't done Nightwish on the channel in a long time. I'd love to get back to them. I know they have a bunch of new material that I haven't even touched yet. Oh yeah. Oh, Joe, you went to Moscow. Wow. Bimbo. Oh, you had a chance to go to Italy this May. Oh man. Oh. Oh, the H is silent. Okay, very good. Very good. Hey Josh, how's it going? Hey Jerry. Jerry, okay, let's see. I've been waiting for you to do Back on 74. What is Back on 74? Let me know. Okay. Matthew. New album. May 9th. 3 singles dropped. Newest one is totally heart-wrenching. David, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move my camera over here a little bit. And yeah, you're going to see a shot that nobody gets to see. I'm moving the camera here because I'm reading the comments, and I want to be able to also look at you guys too. So let me just kind of get readjusted. Way back there, that's my guest room, by the way. You never get to see this on the channel. That's my Haunted Mansion, Disneyland's Haunted Mansion themed guest room. You can see the curtains right there, those stretching pictures that are the paintings that are in that one room. And I got all kinds of stuff. You can't see very much, but there's all kinds of Haunted Mansion stuff that I've collected over the years. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, behind the scenes. Hallway cam. I know. And that's my linen closet. That's my bathroom over there. And then I sleep in this room. There's a room right here. And I sleep in one of the smaller rooms. Because when I first moved in back in 2019, I walked into this house. I fell in love with the house immediately. And when I walked in the house, surveyed all the downstairs, and then I came upstairs, and the realtor said, okay, and here's the master bedroom. And I'm like, no, here's the studio. I'm like, I don't need a big bedroom, it's just me. So I took one of the smaller rooms and turned the master bedroom into my little recording studio. So yes. Yeah, I like to have fun, if you haven't noticed. And then over here, let's see, I gotta point this way. Right here's a balcony. Right here's a balcony. I should do like a remote camera, like walk around with my iPhone and do a live stream of my house. But right here's a pinball machine. It's a balcony that's as wide as a pinball machine. It's really weird how they did this, but basically it's this long, thin balcony. And when I first moved in, I'm like, pinball machine, and it took me a couple of years to get one, and I eventually got one. So there's a pinball machine over there, which I thought is cool. It's kind of fun because it's like if you're waiting to come in and record, you can play pinball, right? That's the idea, anyway. Yes, and you can see, you've seen all the wall guitars over there, and then yeah, I don't want to turn the camera too much because then you're gonna get hit in the eyeballs with lights. Okay, so let's see, back to the comments. Hey, Tim, thank you so much. Yes, boy, I have seen a lot of the Foxes and Fossils videos. I've really enjoyed those. I just did one recently. And yeah, man, oh man. Tim, is this the Tim? Okay, I don't know Tim's last name, but is this the Tim for Foxes and Fossils? No, all of us Foxes and Fossils fans. Okay, so that's a fan. Okay, I gotta make sure I know who's on here. Let's see. Funky Fusion, thank you. I'm gonna try to read. Okay, I'm gonna try to read this. No entiendo nada, pero Jeff, queremos Jonah en la channel. I'm guessing that's the channel. I'm not exactly sure. I think it says something about having Jonah on the channel, which I think it's safe to announce this. I just talked to Jonah a couple days ago, or we messaged each other rather, and he is going to be coming back on the channel. I'm going to do another interview with Jonah around summertime. He is extremely busy right now doing other things, and some of you might know. I know Bimbo knows what's going on, and yeah, he said he'd love to come back. He's totally stoked about sitting and chatting with me because a lot has gone on with Dirty Loops since we did our interview. Man, that interview I did with Jonah was like my first interview. Yeah, it was my first interview, which I remember thinking about when I asked him. I was like, oh man, maybe I need to like do a few other interviews first before I do Jonah, because that's a really important one and I don't want to blow it. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to jump in the deep end. And that's what I did with him. And it ended up setting the precedence for how I did interviews from that point on. So I lucked out, I got to say. Yes, but he's coming back on the channel. I look forward to talking to him about everything that's happened since that last interview. Let's see. Meg, planning a trip to Southern Australia. Oh, wow. Oh, man. I'd like to go to Australia, but it is a very, very long flight. Yeah. Meg, where are you at? I don't remember if I asked you that before. Ralph, thanks for asking about Tim Purcell. Thank you. That's his name. I did send Tim an email right after you let me know that they were chatting about me on Patreon. I sent him an email the next day, and I never heard back from him. I don't know. Maybe it went to junk, spam folder or whatever, but I did try to reach out to him. So if you are on their Patreon, tell him to check his junk folder because I'm probably in there. Yes, but I did try. I have not. Yeah, I know. I would love to interview Aurora. She's pretty high up there. That'd be a little tricky to make that happen. Not impossible, but usually the best way for me to do interviews is if the artist or band has seen my reactions, they usually contact me, and that's what really is nice about how that has come about with the interviews, is that they see the interview, or sorry, they see the reaction, they see my video, and then they like it, and then they want to, and then I ask them if they want to do an interview, and that's how that usually works. But so I've never heard from Aurora. I don't know if she's seen any of my videos. I certainly have a lot of them up there. But I've never, she's never contacted me, so I've never tried to do a cold call, so to speak, and ask if she would do an interview with me. It's kind of hard getting in the front door when they don't know who I am. What's this? Okay. I gotta catch up here. Hey, Phil. Thanks a lot, Phil. Back on 74 Ren. Oh, okay, Jerry. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, the thing is that right now, because I'm doing 2 videos a day, basically, of people who have donated to me, those get priority. And I've said it before, but I said if things slow down and taper off for the PayPal donation requests and the Patreon requests, then I would be able to just start doing whatever it is that I want to do, because I can't do 3 videos a day. I could barely do 2 a day. I mean, that's back-breaking stuff right there. Doing 2 a day is really, really tricky, and I have to do a lot to make that happen, which I can go into in a little bit if you want to know my process. But doing 2 videos a day, shooting and editing 2 videos a day and considering that this is a part-time thing for me, the channel is only I would say 25% of what I do in the rest of my life, because I'm a software engineer. So that's the 50% there. That's my workload. That's my bread and butter. And also am working with 2 band projects for doing albums and trying to record my own stuff, which is at the far end of the priority list. I never get anything done for myself because I'm working on so many other things. So having said all of that, doing videos that are not requested is a bit tricky for me because it pushes everybody else down on the list. So I've always said if things slow down, then I'll be able to go back to doing that. But honestly, I don't see any signs of that slowing down. I actually see that it growing over the last year. So yeah, that's not to say that it won't happen, because I have made provisions for that when something new drops, that I'll just kind of like shoehorn it in there when I don't have a double video day. So it's not impossible, but the best way to do it is to make a request. I mean, that's pretty much what everybody else does. So oh, thank you, Bimbo. Okay, I can't understand anything, but Jeff, we need Jonah back on the channel. Yes, he is coming back. He is coming back. It's really, I'll tell you, just to talk about Jonah for a little bit. And I don't know if any of you saw my night with Dirty Loops, the video I made of my night with Dirty Loops, and I won't go in and rehash that all out. But I did want to say that sometimes there's the old adage that says, don't meet your idols, right? And so there was a part of me that kind of thought, what would it be like to meet Jonah in person? We've done our Zoom interview, so I kind of got a really good idea of who he was through that. But when I went out to see Dirty Loops, Sarah and I went out to go see Dirty Loops at the Fonda Theater in Los Angeles, and Bimbo was there, if you see him in the chat here. And I honestly did not expect that he would remember me. I know. It seems silly now because of what happened that night when I met him, but I really was kind of like going, yeah, I mean, he's I'm probably not going to get to talk to him, although we had the VIP experience. So I'm like, well, at least I'll get to go up and say hi to him and ask him, if he remembers me. And they walked out on stage for their sound check, and he walked out and he was looking around, and then he saw me and he goes, Jeff. And that was it. That was the beginning of like my dream coming true there. And I think he goes, I'll meet you at the merch table. And then that's when I got to talk to him and meet his beautiful, awesome wife. She's so, so nice. And it was everything I hoped it would be. The guy's so, so awesome, so friendly, genuinely friendly. And it was cool to be able to reconnect, because he kind of dropped off of social media, and I lost track with him because we were messaging each other through, I think it was Instagram, and that's how I first met him, was through Instagram. And I lost track with him. I lost track of him for at least a year, maybe more. And then when I saw him at the gig, then he gave me his email address again, and I was able to make contact with him again. And it's really cool because, like, he responds right away to me. I'll send him an email. He responds right away, given the time difference. And just what a lovely dude. The one thing that his wife, because after meeting his wife, I got to chat with her for a little while, and his wife told Jonah, you better become best friends with Jeff, because she really liked me. You better become best friends with Jeff. I told Jonah he's got a very smart wife. Anyway, Okay, let's see what else is in here. Okay, let's see. Let's check out some of these comments here. Oh, the pulsing red light. Yeah, it's actually dead solid for me. So what you're seeing is a video refresh phenomena, and that is actually not pulsing in real life. It's only pulsing on camera. So I don't know. I don't know. If I change the color, it probably would make a difference. Is it annoying? Let me know if it's annoying, because if it is, then I'll change the color. But I kind of like the red, green, blue, the RGB in the back. So yeah, let me know. Hey, Kevin and Aaron, how you doing, man? The red light district. Okay. LED sync thing, yeah. Wow, Bimbo. The first interview was 4 years ago? Oh my gosh. Boy, time flies. Oh, we want to hear you play guitar sometime. Maybe some funk covers. I'll play for you guys if you want. Not right now because it's not set up, but I'll definitely do that. From Venezuela, Funky Fusion. Good to have you. Oh, you live in Rhode Island, Meg. Thanks. Okay. Tom, new band. New bandmate. Oh, Ready to Rock. Oh, very cool. Oh man, bandmate, awesome group. Yes, Sarah is giving us a plug there. So I don't know if some of you have stumbled upon this, but Sarah and I have a project that we're working on together. Sarah sings lead on it. I do a little singing in the choir portion of the song. But if any of you are familiar with Gary Newman's song Down in the Park, which is like has been my favorite Gary Newman song for many years, she and I did a reimagined version of it. So we plucked it apart, and it's a very simple song, but we kind of took it and pushed things a little bit more with it, and we worked really hard on it, and we're very, very happy with the results. So the project that we have is called 3 a.m. Syndicate, and this very gothy, vampire-y looking photo that we put up of the two of us having fun, because we like that genre, so that's kind of the genre that we're connecting with this 3 a.m. Syndicate project. So that's kind of the world that it's going to be in. But yeah, I'm playing. I got a crazy guitar solo on that. If you want to hear me play, you can check that out. And I did post it on my channel on Stratelli Studio. We also have our own YouTube channel for that too. But yeah, you could look in the videos on Stratelli Studios, and you'll see it there, and give a listen to it. Okay, where? Ooh, lost my place. Go back. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Du Ihorn. Okay, I know I did not pronounce that right, but thank you so much. Lise! I was just talking about you, Lise. I was just talking about you. Everyone, this is Lise. Lise, this is the one I was telling you about, the very, very kind Lise who is paid to give me a day off once a month. That's her. Tone Zeph, hey, sounds like the email I sent you a while back. Oh, I don't know, man. I do get a lot of emails, so just like I have, I hit the 50,000 subscriber mark, and this is something I wanted to chat about a little bit. Those are just subscribers. That is, I was looking at the analytics. I think if I remember, that's 12% of my viewership is the 50,000 subscribers. So the rest of that are people who are unsubscribed that watch my videos. So yeah, I think I'm at the 11. I think I have 11.5 million views. So that just kind of goes to show that not everybody subscribes, but they do watch. They do watch the channel. So having said that, I do get a lot of emails. I get a lot of messages through various means from a lot of different people, and I I read everything. I do read everything, but I don't respond to everything because I can't possibly do that. Otherwise, I would be on my phone 24/7. I would not be able to work. I wouldn't be able to do anything. So, yeah, I do read them, but you may not get a response right away. And some of my old timers, like Matt out there, and I know Matt has experienced this, that I was in very frequent contact with Matt, and I know Matt, you know that, and over time it became less and less. So I kind of drop in, every once in a while and message him back and let him know that I've got his messages. But it's just the sheer volume of the people who message me and email me, and even text me, because some people who are like in the Leonid camp have my number because of my association with the group now. And so I'll get messages coming from everywhere. So please don't be hurt by that. I love you guys, and I just don't have the time to respond to everything that comes in, but I do read it. So I just want you to know that. Let's see. What is your favorite genre? Okay, this is a good question. What is your favorite genre of music? I know you like all kinds, but what's your favorite? That is a great question, Richard. I would say, boy, it's hard because I get into different moods. But I would say what's pretty high up there are the more fusion groups, and if they couple that with funk, then ooh, they really got me. Yeah. The Bottom 40 is something, if you're familiar with that group, the Bottom 40, that group I've listened to a lot. The way they reimagine their covers is absolutely mind-blowing. I always fantasize myself playing in a group like that. Dirty Loops, same thing. Snarky Puppy. The groups that are more technical, I tend to gravitate towards myself, because I do love technical music, and it's something that I've kind of pushed in my playing to get to be able to do that kind of playing. And I've always challenged myself to try to keep learning. I mean, I've been playing guitar since I was in junior high school, and I'm 62 years old now. So I've been a musician for a very long time and have done a lot of playing in my days, and I'm still learning. I'm still absorbing. I'm still looking for things to learn and to put in my arsenal. And it's funny because when I listen to bands, Arch Echo is another one I really like. When I listen to bands like Arch Echo, or some of these groups with younger guitar players, I'm picking off stuff that they're doing now to bring that into my arsenal too, because I don't want to be stuck playing and having a style that is old fashioned. I don't want to be doing boomer bends all the time. I want to keep staying current. So I want to continue to be current, and so I'll listen to some of the stuff that they're doing now, and then I'm like, oh, that's very cool. I like how they do that harmonic, or I love that minor second thing that they're putting in there, or whatever it is. it's a lot of fun to kind of keep refreshing my skills there. Good question. Okay. Joe, should I see if I can arrange a tour interview? The tour ended a few days ago. Oh, she got done with her tour. You have a long video coming up. Okay. I would say I'd usually like to handle that end of things myself instead of having a proxy do it, just so that I can have a connection, a direct connection with the artist. And I usually do it more organically. And what I mean by that, what I'm saying is that, does she even know who I am? Has she watched any of my videos? Does she know what I do? Does she have any kind of interest in wanting to be on the channel? Because for me, the thing that makes it magical, and why I think my interviews are I would say maybe more heartfelt than other interviews. If you compare mine to other interviews that you've seen, there's a connection with me and the artist, and I want to keep it that way. I want it to be that I want to be there and they want to be there, as opposed to I'm just some guy asking an artist some questions and they don't even know who I am, or they don't care. So it really is important to me to have a connection with the artist and they have a connection with me, because that makes for a better interview. And if you watch my interviews, I think you know what I'm talking about. So having said that, definitely if I want to do an interview with Tori at some point, I think I would reach out to her. You could give me whatever contact info that you have or whatever, that'd be cool. But I think I would want to reach out to her myself. I know Aurora's mother sees reactions. Aurora does not like to hear herself sing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, hopefully Aurora's mother has seen some of mine. Imagine Rebecca Black saw your video. Bimbo. So yeah, so I did the April Fool's Day with Rebecca Black, and that was a lot of fun for me, by the way. And yeah, it was a total farce. It was a joke, and I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings with that, but that's pretty good. Oh, it's raining over there, Sarah? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, it's pouring. Oh, you're watching from Japan? Oh my gosh, how cool. Oh man, I'd love to go to Japan sometime. Oh, the culture is so good. Oh, that's something. I mean, I have this bucket list of all these places that I would love to go. And yeah, hopefully someday I'll get to retire from my day job and go do some of that. Thank you, Blessing Moon. Thank you so much. Oh, Bimbo, yeah. When Jonah came out and pointed at me, I was so surprised. And you got it on film, dude. I'm so glad that you were filming at that moment. Oh, man. I've got, not only my memory of it, but actual footage of it. And that was so cool. Oh, oops. I jumped here too fast. Hey, Mike. Oh, yeah, Mike. Mike got one of my shirts. It was so cool. He got it in this Dayglow color, and I'd never seen the shirt in one of those colors, because I get all black and I'm like, oh, I love that. I love the bright colors. I'm gonna have to get some of the shirts in the black colors. So basically what I'm talking about is I have my store, which I sell a variety of things. Here's one of the things. That's one of the studios, if you know the artwork. And Mike, I think this is the graphic that you chose. I think you chose Studio C, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's this morning's coffee. And so I put the pictures of each of the studios on T-shirts and other products, hats and mugs and everything else. And I've not done it for the new studios yet. I don't sell a ton of merch, so I haven't been too motivated to make time to do that. But if anybody is interested in it, let me know, and I will make shirts of all the new studios. The thing about the studios, I want to mention this because there's always some meaning or method to my madness, because it brings meaning to me and it makes it more fun for me. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you watch the videos, like let's take for example, First to 11. If I do a video from them, I pick a studio that is appropriate for that band, and I have used my Red Studio for that group because it's a poppy studio. And if you watch closely, you'll be able to relate the song with the studio, and I do that for every single video. And I've never let anyone in on that, but it's a little Easter egg for you. So now you know when it comes time to choosing that front end graphic, I pick a studio that resonates with me based on the song. And some of the older stuff, like Mike, the t-shirt that you got, that artwork, Studio C, I use that for a few things, like older songs, like a Billy Joel, Elton John, something harking back to the old days, or a Crosby, Stills, Nash song. You know, a lot. I think I've done a lot of Foxes and Fossils with that. I also use that studio because it has the wood paneled wall for things like some of the country music stuff, John Denver covers, and stuff like the Petersons and stuff like that, that I'll use that studio. So yeah, just a little Easter egg, you know. But there are times where I have a hard time matching the studio with the song, and then I kind of just have to like, okay, I'll just pick this one. And sometimes I'll throw a crazy one in there, and one that I just generated and it's a one-off, and I'll do that sometimes too. I recently, this will be fun for you guys to see coming up. This is a little sneak peek coming up. On TikTok, there is a creator named Nostromocore, and I came across his videos. They're all horror videos, so they're like the Pinhead characters, you know, all of those from that movie, and aliens and stuff like that. And he does this animation with them, and he puts them in very weird and funny situations. And I freaking love this guy's channel. So I sent him a message, and I told him, I said, everything you put up on TikTok, everything you put up, every video you put up, I absolutely love, and you have such a great sense of humor. I really, really love your stuff. Keep going. And he wrote me back, and he goes, I know who you are. He said, I watch your channel. So I was like, that was a surreal moment for me, because I just totally picked this guy out of the blue, you know, to compliment on his stuff. And so we became friends, and I asked him to do some stuff for me. So I don't want to tip my hat, but you're going to be seeing something very interesting pretty soon with Pinhead and one of my studios in 3D animated, and that's coming up. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, I don't want to say too much about that. Let's see. Okay, let me scroll down here. Okay. Hey Jeff, I was here when we were only 1,000. Oh my God. With mainly Dirty Loops reaction. Totally right. Oh, Claudio, I remember you. Oh yeah, oh my God, Cleaverson Silva. That was a killer video. I remember that. That was amazing. Hey, Lise. Lise saying hi to my other viewers. I love it when my viewers know each other. Kev says, have you ever wondered why groups don't make it? Years ago in college, saw a fantastic group who played the best instrumental version of MacArthur's Park. Still have the record. That's a great question. That's a great question. Have you ever wondered why groups don't make it? It's a combination of things, and times have changed also. And I'll just give you my little soapbox really quickly here. Times have changed, and back in the days when you relied on a record company to do things, they would promote you, and they were very smart in how they promoted you because it was using tried and true methods of attracting an audience. So this is what you paid the record companies to do. So when you signed up with a record company and they gave you an advance, which was really a loan off of yourself, they would go to work for you, and they already had their channels open for doing everything they needed to do. They had their methods, and they knew how to get you in front of the public eye and how to make you attractive and how to sell records. So over time, with the internet and with the home studios, the record companies kind of took a, well, I won't say kind of, they did take a big hit. And now you had groups who were promoting themselves, recording themselves, and doing everything themselves. So part of the problem with that is that you lost the professionalism or the ability to be able to promote yourself in a viable way. So you would have all of these wonderful groups that were incredible, great sounding groups, innovative, whatever, and nobody cared about them. Because part of that is because they don't know how to promote themselves. It's not enough to be able to play your instruments, to be talented, do music, and have great songs. Not anymore. You actually have to have an image. You have to attract an audience. You have to be different. You have to have all of these other elements to have somebody become interested in you, not just the music. So it's not about they have great music. Like, back in the day, you'll hear a group on the radio and you won't even know what they look like, but you're like, I love this music. I'm going to go buy this album, right? And it's not like that anymore. You'll see a group before you hear them because of promotion with social media, and you can hear like the music as a secondary thing after you've already become involved with their social media and got to know them as a person, got to know who they are and all of that. And that's the attractor now, is that people are looking for a human connection. They're looking for something that's really interesting or fun or shocking or whatever, and that's a big part of it. So videos are so incredibly important, and that's how people promote themselves on YouTube, especially. If you have a great video, great image, you got your whole package, your whole world going there. On that side, the music adds to that. So getting back to your question, it's because a lot of groups who are really good don't know how to promote themselves, and that's a big part of the problem right there. Anyway, that's what I think. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, Kev, you could send me stuff or a link or anything like that, and you could use the stratellistudios@gmail.com email. I get the channel email through that. Let's see. 15%. Sarah, were you talking about subscribers at 15%? You might be right about that number. I think you're right. I think it was 15. Matthias, thank you so much. Bimbo, yeah, thanks for understanding, man. Yeah, I'll drop in on you every once in a while. Matt, yeah, I love level 42, boy. I love that group. I wouldn't mind doing a week on level 42. I can't afford it in my schedule. Oh, Archeco's working on new stuff. Oh man, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am six. I'll be turning 63 in August. But I'll tell you what about growing old. It's funny because I was just looking at my demographics, my analytics and the demographics and stuff. And it's so funny because it's like, oh my gosh. I'm going to pull them up for you guys. Hold on a second. How can I do this? This is something I could share with you guys that I think you'll get a kick out of. This is my analytics for the channel. Hold on a second. Okay. Stand by. It'll be worth it. Trust me. Analytics. Audience. Okay. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Okay. Here my analytics based on age and gender. So I got no subscribers that are between the age of 13 and 17. I got a couple, let's see, 2.4%, and also female is the cyan and male is the orange. And I'm sorry, orange is the purple, cyan and purple. So you'll see here between the ages of 18 and 24, 2.4%. And as it grows here, you'll see, and we get up to, 25 to 35 years old, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and then 65 and older is my demographic, baby. That's it. The old timers. Oh, look at that. And you'll see increases in the count for male viewers here too. Yes. So old people rule. Anyway, yeah, having said that, I like to stay young and be very active, and as anyone who is older knows this fact that on the inside you're still young. It's the outside that ages and changes and grows, and you look in the mirror and you're like, that's not me. That's basically how I feel about getting old. It's a weird thing. Have you been a session musician for any big name artists on tour? I have. Most of the stuff that I have done has been in the capacity of opening for bands that are big and getting to meet them. But I never pursued that because I've always had a career in software since 1988. So I could not stop what I was doing as a software engineer to go out on the road with anybody, because it would have been stupid for me to do so, because of the fact that I would earn a fraction out on the road compared to what I earned as a software engineer. So what I have done has been doing opening spots at venues that are close to me. So I've been in bands that have opened for Cheap Trick, ELO. It's all in my bio on the channel. You can see all the people that I've played with and also opened for. But I played with the bass player from Pat Benatar, Mick Mahan. We're good friends. We played music together. Done some session recording with Burley Drummond, who's the drummer from the band Ambrosia. If you remember that group, you can look them up, and they got a lot of hits. And yeah, there's a list of a bunch of people that I've played with, but I've not toured because of that. I probably could have if I pursued it, but yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't afford to do it financially. Really, I've not met Mr. Sklar. I'd hope to sometime. He's an amazing player. Let's see. I think she commented on an early one and keeps current. I can drop the heads up to see that reaction to start the ball rolling. Okay, yeah, Joe, that's cool. Thanks, man. Oops. Okay, gotta get back to where I was. Whenever I click on my window, it like jumps. George, good to see you, man. I see you in the comments a lot. It's good to see you. I appreciate it, man. Matt O, say hi to Matt, everybody. Matt is one of my first subscribers, man. He has been with me from the very, very beginning. My German friend, outstanding photographer. Oh my gosh, he sent me some of his pictures early on, and oh man, amazing stuff. And that brings up something that I wanted to mention, that it's 50,000 subscribers that I've hit that mark, but I'll tell you why that's special for me, because it's not any 50,000 subscribers. And what I mean by that is that it's 50,000 people who are kind and decent. I probably have blocked 50,000 more. I probably have blocked a large percentage, maybe not 50,000. I'm being sarcastic, but I have blocked a lot of people on the channel, and it's intentional. The 50,000 subscribers that I have, and the people who are on this live stream, and the people who leave comments, if you're seeing people comment, that's a good person. And I mean that. If you are subscribed to my channel, you're a good person. You comment in a decent way, and you're positive. And I don't care about hitting like as many subscribers as I could get or having the biggest audience if they're going to be assholes. You know, I don't care. I don't care about that. I would rather have 50,000 good people who I could call a friend on the channel than 200,000 and half of them or more of them are saying disparaging things about the artists or giving somebody else crap because they have a different opinion about what they're hearing. And I just it's a very important topic for me, because I've had people tell me, "Oh, your audience would be bigger if you didn't block people, or your audience you would make more money if you didn't do that, because you'll have more people watching your videos." I don't care. I don't care. On the internet, we have lost civility. We have lost our ability to be decent and to compliment other people, to support other people, because it is commonplace, and it's okay for a lot of people, and they expect it to be an asshole, and I don't accept that, because I treat the channel as if I was in the same room as you, would you say that to me? Or would you say it to another viewer? No, you wouldn't. You only do it because you're hiding out in some screen name that is not your name. You have no subscribers, or one subscriber, no videos. You have a YouTube account that is a troll account or a spammer account, or an account where you can say and do whatever you want without any consequences. And so you come on and make rude remarks to other people because you're a weak-minded and cowardly person. And it's accepted in the culture of social media, but I don't accept it. I don't accept that. Those people can go somewhere else and watch somebody else's channel and make rude remarks, and you know, and they could be accepted somewhere else. So all of that is to say that that's why 50,000 subscribers means a lot to me, because it's not just anybody. It's not just any 50,000. It's 50,000 decent people. All right. That chokes me up. Congrats from Spain, Francisco. Thank you so much. Radstronaut. Holy smokes. My friend, I would love to do an interview with Heiliger. I love that group. That's one of my biggest finds, I would say, over the last year or so, is finding this group. I've listened to their music so much. They're so special to me. I've got such a connection with this group, and Low Swimmer also. And yeah, man, I would love to do an interview with them. Maybe it's possible. Oh, I got to look into that. Thanks for suggesting that. That's a great idea. Maybe that can happen. I've got a couple other things in the works. Well, one other thing that I'm waiting on that I haven't gotten a response to, sadly, but I gave it a shot. But we'll see. Maybe it'll happen at some point, but I'll talk about that more a little bit later. Oh, Bimbo. Okay, so you asked me earlier about when I do an interview with Jonah, can I relay some questions to him? Yes, definitely. As a matter of fact, before I do my interview with Jonah, I'm going to open it up, which I did before too. I've done this before, where I'll open it up to questions from viewers too, and I'll pick some from the viewers, and I'll definitely, you know, get you in there too. So don't worry about that. Just when it comes up, just remind me, and we'll make it happen, because I got to wait till the summer for that. Tony, Colorado loves me. Oh, thank you. Jake, oh man, thanks so much, man. You're a legend too, bro. Oh, great question. Has Ren had an impact on your music? Have you ever contemplated doing your own flex rap track? I do think you could have a lot of fun. It's so funny that you brought that up, Blessing Moon, because Sarah and I actually have a rap track that we came up with. We haven't put it together yet, but we wrote the rap, and someday you may hear it. This is for the 3 AM Syndicate project. And we had such a great time coming up with this rap, because she and I will listen to some choice rap every once in a while, and we got inspired. We love the Beastie Boys. We love some of that stuff. So it's kind of like in line with that kind of thing. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun. But as far as Ren, I'll tell you the influence that I've had from Ren and how he has impacted me personally has not just been from the music, which, definitely, he's amazing, such an amazing artist. But some of the impact that I've gotten from him is him as a person, because he is so incredibly open with his life, and he's a genuine dude. He is, what you see is what you get with him. So I love the guy. I mean, he is a great example of somebody who tries to live with integrity in spite of the obstacles in his life because of what he's gone through with his health. And he's a strong dude. So yes, he has impacted me because of those reasons. Oh, Greg, what a great question. Jeff, we've all been surrounded by music since birth. But what has been your first aha song that stopped you dead in your tracks? Oh, brother, great question. That would be the song Asia by Steely Dan. It's funny because as you get older, your taste in music becomes more refined, kind of like your taste in food, I would say. And when Asia came out, I was in high school. I was playing bass guitar in stage band, and I remember our band director, Pat Arnold, who's still out there, I still communicate with on Facebook. Great guy, amazing guy. And he brought in charts for various Steely Dan songs. And I was, at the time, listening to Kiss and Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith. And he brings in this stuff from a band called Steely Dan. And I'm like, what is this? And we played these songs in stage band. And I got that album, Asia. That was the first one that I got. And I listened to that track, and it changed the course of music for me from that point on. That was the song that did it for me. The sophistication of it, the beauty, the like Deacon Blue. I mean, that whole album, that's my Desert Island album, by the way. Deacon Blues, the lyrics on that, just great stuff. Anyway, that would be it. That would be it for me. Trees. Oh, you know what? Greg says his was Trees from Rush. Great song, great album also. I have been listening to Geddy Lee's autobiography for the last month on Audible. And I say the last month because the only time I listen to it is when I get in my car. And it is so fascinating. If you have not come across that, get that. It's called My Effin' Life. And Geddy Lee talks about everything, and also his Jewish heritage, his upbringing, and all of that was very fascinating. So I suggest that you get that. Caravan is my favorite Rush song, and they did that on their later album, Clockwork. I can't remember the name of it. Clockwork Angels. Caravan is my favorite Rush song, even though I love all the stuff, La Villa Strangiato and all the other stuff. I love their earlier stuff too, but Caravan, holy smokes, they just ripped the roof off the top. If any of you are not up on your Rush stuff, go check out Caravan. That song is just ripping. Oh, so good. Sydney Christmas, yes, Trina. I'll tell you, man. From the first video I saw of hers, she really got me. I love my viewers because they know like the right things to send me in the right order, and they knew that this one that I saw that really showed off her personality was going to be the right one to show me first, because after that, everything I watched subsequently was just hit me right here. So yeah, I'd like to do more Sydney Christmas. Oh, Bimbo, yeah, thank you about yeah, white groups don't make it. Yep. Thank you, Alva. Oh, you're a friend of Ren's. You're a Ren fan. Yeah, boy, Ren. I'll tell you, man. I did. Remember when I was doing Ren's Day? I was doing them every. I couldn't get enough of them. I could not get enough of him, man. His stuff, very eclectic too. But what a fascinating guy. It was a lot of fun doing his videos. Oh, Bimbo. Oh my gosh, you're turning 18, dude. It's so funny. When I met you, I didn't realize how young you were. I thought you were older than that. Matt, 34. Yep. Yeah, happy birthday, Bimbo. Amir, good to see you, man. Yeah, Joe, we're in the old timers group, man. Yeah, we did a little kind of chill Zoom session on Patreon for my top tier patrons, and it was like a glimpse into the old folks' home. Me being right in there, man. I'm right in there with you guys. But it was a lot of fun. Smart guys too. A lot of smart guys in my top tier Patreon group here. Amir just joined the old man's club. Oh, turned 60, bro. Amir, I gotta tell you, man. You kids get off my lawn. Amir, welcome to 60. I gotta tell you, with all sincerity, my 60s have been the best decade of my life. Boom. Boom. Truth be told, my 60s, the best decade of my life. I've never been more secure financially. I've never been happier. I've never traveled more. I've never had better relationships with everyone in my life. It's 60 kicks ass. I'll tell you why 60 kicks ass. I'll tell you why this decade is so fucking good. Sorry. I'll tell you why it's so good. Because by the time you hit 60, you've had your ass kicked by life well enough to give you a sense of gratitude. Okay? You can't have gratitude without, I think you can't have gratitude without really overcoming obstacles in your life and having difficulties and even having some suffering in your life. Take things for granted, when you're younger. You haven't learned those lessons yet that give you that kind of gratitude. So when you hit 60, a couple of things happen. You have this overwhelming gratitude for a lot of things in your life, and you also don't take any crap anymore. You don't take crap from people because most of the world is younger than you, right? And you have this confidence, and you feel like, I know who I am, and I know what I'm doing, and you walk tall and proud, and you're not afraid to speak your mind, and you're not afraid to sever bad relationships. You're not afraid to go for what you want, and all of that happened in my 60s. And when I was younger, I used to think the 60s was the death sentence, man. I used to think once you hit 60, you're just sliding right into the coffin. But that, I couldn't be more wrong about that. So welcome to 60s, dude. You're going to love it. Mark Gallagher. I saw you. I clicked on the wrong thing here. My buddy Mark. If you see Mark Gallagher in here, say hi. The legendary Mark Gallagher. Look for his name in there. Mark, so I got to tell you real quickly about Mark. Mark and I have played a lot doing worship stuff, and it's funny because it's like sometimes you'll do these gigs where you're playing for church and they have the most badass musicians on the planet. How this happens, I don't know, that they gravitate to doing music in church, but this is how I met the drummer from Ambrosia. This is how I met the bass player for Pat Benatar, which Mark also knows the same guys that I know. We've all played together. And Mark took me under his wing. Mark is just an incredible bassist, and more specifically in jazz, that he was helping me to kind of like spread my wings a bit and get into that a little bit more. And he would take me on some of the recording sessions stuff that he was doing, and kind of help me to get in there with some of these guys that were like just way up here, some incredible musicians with amazing cred. And and then he moved. I'll never forgive you for that, Mark. Oh my gosh. But but I never met anyone who's able to play Donna Lee on a bass guitar, and this guy freaking did. He got me into playing Donna Lee on guitar, but playing Donna Lee at speed on a bass guitar is no joke, and he did it like with one hand tied behind his back. So never forget that. Meg, yeah, 17. That's how I feel too. 17 on the inside, right? Oh man. Oh, happy birthday, Meg, coming up. Yeah, Sarah's birthday coming up. Tell everyone how old you're going to be, Sarah. This is a big one for Sarah. Not the big one. Not the big one I was talking about earlier, but it's a big one. Birthday buddies. Yeah, bro. Matthew said this is a great topic about mental health too. Yeah, I have. It's interesting because I've music is just one facet of what I enjoy in life, and that's a pretty big part of me. But there's also another part of me that is proponent for mental health, strong mental health, especially during this time where we find ourselves with the technology that we have, social media, the political climate. There's all kinds of stuff that it gets really, really tricky to adopt a good self-care regimen. And I'm a huge proponent of that. And I have gone through my own issues with anxiety and a whole bunch of stuff where I've had to overcome some pretty severe stuff that was a result from difficult things happening in my life, like my divorce, and a bunch of other things that I don't want to get into right now. But self-care is so important, and it's something that you can't take lightly and trivialize it. It is everything. So I have learned over the years to be able to develop a very, very solid regimen of self-care, and I would love to do a channel on that also, because I know you don't know that about me, but that is something that I've thought about. And my younger brother, Steve, who you may or may not know, he's poked at me a lot to do something like that, because I'm in a lot of communication with him about his challenges that he has in his life, and I try to be a positive influence on him, and I've helped him in a lot of ways. And he's like, "Man, you got to share this." Yeah, it's important. It's really important, and yeah, I don't take the subject of mental health lightly. It's a very critical thing that it's hard to help yourself with sometimes, and it's nice to know that everybody struggles. And this is one thing that I have talked about with my younger brother. It doesn't matter how it looks on the outside. Everybody has their own thing or things that they deal with that's personal to them that most people don't even know about. I love the quote from Jim Carrey, of all people. I think I'm paraphrasing this, but he said something like, "I wish that everybody could know what it's like to be rich and famous so that they could understand that's not the answer." that's not the answer to anything. And I think, some people may think that it is, but it's not. It's like, and he has struggled, if you know anything about him, and he turns to painting, to get relief, which is interesting. But it's very impactful to hear something like that. It's like, I wish everyone could have that experience so they know that that's not the answer. So yeah, again, why I have a troll-free channel, why I block people, why I don't allow negativity or even rudeness. I don't allow it. And like I said, I've been criticized for that from other people. So you're shooting yourself in your own foot by doing that. And I'm like, I don't care, because this channel is it's like my house, where I've built this house for, almost 4 years, and the door's always open. There's no front door in my house. You could come in and go out as you please, but if you come in and you track mud all over my carpets, I want to kick you out, and I'm not going to let you come back in. I mean, that's the way it is. You have to come in, be respectful, and treat people appropriately. I don't care if it's the internet. I don't care. So that's how I feel. Sarah George is going to be 21 again. Yeah, Sarah going to be 21 again. Tones F. Yeah, amen. Amen, brother. Good people recognize each other and reflect love back. Yeah. Quality versus quantity. So right. Oh, Rita, great question. As a professional on the music industry, I'd love to hear your thoughts on AI generated music, the pros and the cons. Are you concerned the future dystopia where musicians will be replaced with robots? No, I'm not. And I'll tell you, this is a great subject. Thank you for asking this. And I made a comment about this a while back, where at one point, like in the 80s, drummers more specifically, were freaked out by the fact that they had made drum machines that were programmable. And that was like, uh-oh, drummers are out of a job. I remember I went through this. I lived through the 80s. I was playing music in the 80s. I was in bands. And I do remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be a scary time for drummers, and we may do away with drummers, right? Didn't happen. It didn't happen because the thing is that these machines, the drum machines or AI or whatever, they're tools. And like any tool that you have that comes into existence, you adapt to using the tool to help in your creativity. So it's not a replacement. And AI can be used as a tool, but that's all it is. It doesn't have the heart and soul of a human. And you have to put that in there. So as a creator, it still has to be something that comes from you. Otherwise, it's going to be some robotic, soulless music that doesn't connect with anybody. So yeah, I don't believe that it'll be the end of musicians and that it'll just be robots. It will be musicians adapting to the technology and taking music to a whole nother place. I firmly believe that. Firmly believe that. Congrats from Chicago, Illinois. Thank you, William. Yeah, Jane, if you don't have anything to say that's good, then don't say anything at all. That's exactly how I feel about it. I had somebody come on the channel and started like right off accusing me of chopping off the video. And I took offense to it. And so and it's like, I always think like when somebody leaves a comment, I read it and I don't think to myself, oh, it's just a stupid comment. I'll let them be rude. I don't think of it. I don't think in those terms. I think of it as if somebody came up to me on the street and just out of the blue blasted me with a comment. And so I return the same energy back to them. So whatever it is that they say to me, I reply in the same rudeness to them. I don't do this with everybody because a lot of times I just remove the comment. I'll either remove the comment and not block the person. There's different levels of this for me, but just be forewarned. Not you people, but anyone who may stumble upon this live stream. And that there are different levels of this thing. So if somebody makes a rude comment or disparaging comment about the band or whatever, I'll delete the comment. Okay, I don't leave it up there because the bands see these comments. The bands come to my channel, and don't forget, I'm a musician too. I'm on the side of the bands, not the critic who is making a crappy comment. So I'm very protective of the bands because these are the people that are spending their time to create art for us. They deserve the love and respect from the viewers. Okay, but if the viewer comes on and starts talking crap about them, criticizing them, and with no credentials, it's just some viewer who's got no subscribers and no videos, and they come in and they think they know more about the band on there, then I'm very sensitive to that. So it's like, and I'm fine with the criticism if it's done respectfully. And there are some comments that somebody will say, I didn't really like that or whatever. I didn't like the version or I prefer this or whatever. That's great. Those are fine. I'm totally good with those. But if somebody comes on and is rude, then I'll remove the comment, but I won't block them. But if somebody comes in and I know they're trolling, I block them and the comment is gone too. Or if they get into it with another viewer, which I've seen recently, where somebody would come in and make a terrible comment, and then I hadn't gotten to it yet. So one of my viewers responded respectfully saying, I don't understand why you would say that or blah blah blah, and then they come back and they're nasty, and then and they're like, okay, that whole thing is, I'm going to wipe out that whole thing and I'm going to block that person, because the only intent that that person has, and it's in their soul, they reveal themselves to me, is to be negative and to spread the cancer. And so it's obvious to me when trolls come on the channel, they reveal themselves. You're not a kind person. You're not a decent person. You know, I don't want you on my channel. Don't watch my channel. I don't want you to watch my channel. Go watch somebody else's channel. And that's how I feel about it, because I don't have to. I don't need anybody to subscribe who's like that. I don't want those kinds of people on the channel. You know, I want you people, and I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel, you know, happy that you're coming here and reading positive stuff and getting fulfilled in a positive way, so you can go along your day to deal with people who are not positive in your life. You know, that's what I'm trying to do here. Oh, Richard, thank you. I appreciate that. That's why you're the best. Your channel is so clean. People love that music. Yeah, people that love music. Exactly. That's what it's all about. Is about having a clean channel where people can come and we all get together and go, doesn't that kick ass? That's what it's all about. Blessing Moon, thank you so much. Thank you, Peter Gentleman. Least. Oh, the emoji queen. No, Liverpool. Dear Jeff, what about Leonid and Friends? Yes, what about... I'm not sure where that comment came in my my commenting. So, Dear Jeff, what about Leonid and Friends? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking about that. I could talk about Leonid and Friends a lot. So I'm not exactly sure what you're asking here, but come back and leave a specific question for me, and I'll do my best to answer it. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, I've done, let's see, I have to get a count here of how many videos that I have done. I think it is, okay, it says 1.3 thousand videos. So it's somewhere in there, maybe closer to 1,400 videos. If you sat and binge watched every video that I have done, you will find that there's not one single disparaging comment in any of my videos. Not one. Have I been critical about things? I have. Not often, but I have said things that I prefer. I prefer this over this, but I still really appreciate what they did. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you part of what I do when I am watching these videos. And I'll run you. You might be interested in hearing this about how I actually do what I do. So I'll get a request, and a lot of times I don't even know who the artist is. I've never even heard of them, which is fun because it's something that's coming in that's going to be new, and that's always intriguing. But I do love getting return visits on the stuff that I know that I'll like. But I'll pull up the video and I'll watch it once. I never rewatch a video. So I got to be ready to go. I got to be set up. This has got to work. Sometimes when I get started, though, if I get started, this is the only time that I will do any kind of a rewind, is that I'll notice that my meters are not budging, and I'm like, oh, the audio's not on. So I'll have to stop the video. But that happens really, really early on, because as soon as I start watching, I'm making sure all the meters are running. And as I'm watching it, it's a mental exercise for me. As I'm getting older, it's something that I've decided to do as an exercise, a mental exercise for myself, and that is to not stop the video. It is to log all of the things that I'm watching in my brain, cue them up so that I could talk about them. So the longer the video, the harder it is to do it. But that's what I do. So I will watch it and then I'll take a mental list in my mind that I'll write things in. And then when I get to the end of the video, I will expound on them. And part of that is a mental exercise, but part of that is because I don't want to stop the flow of the music, just because I wouldn't want to stop a band in concert, if I'm watching them. So I'll watch it. I'll try to get as much out of it as I can, but I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the things that are enjoyable, that make me feel good, that are amazing, that are noteworthy. I'm looking for positive things to talk about them. I am not looking through lenses that are negative, and I choose to do this. As opposed to, there are other people who are looking at life through negative lenses, and they're looking to be critical. Those people I don't let on the channel because all they want to do is be negative. And so I am doing my best to find out, no matter who the artist is and what they're doing, to find the things about it that I love. So I'm able to make positive comments about every single artist that I see, whether it's country music, progressive metal, jazz, everything. I mean, it's amazing the variety that I have on this channel, but everything, you could find something good about every thing, every bit of music that you listen to, or every video you listen to. I think that's true with people too. I think you could find something good in the people that you come across in your life and the people that you meet, or your family or your friends, that if you look for the good, it's there, but you have to look for that. And that's one of the things that I think that I do naturally. So that's what I like to do on the channel. I like to show off the positive stuff. Okay, let's see here. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Matt. Love you too, brother. Thanks, Meg. I'm catching up in the comments here. Matt, oh bro, thank you for the donation, brother. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm getting there. Yeah, Matt, Can't Buy a Thrill. Brilliant album from Steely Dan. Matthew, yes. Um Connor. Yeah. I reached out to Connor. Connor's a guitar player from the Enigma division. He has got to be the most outstanding guitar player that has not gotten near the recognition that he deserves. I love this guy's playing. Go and check out any videos that I've done from the Enigma division. You'll see what I mean. He is brilliant The man is a genius. He composes his guitar solos like a piece of music, like a classical piece of music. Like somebody would sit down and compose, not just ripping and burning and all of that. His solos make sense. They're very musical, and I hear all that in this playing. And I have become friends with Connor, and he took a big health hit recently, had a stroke, and he was going to be on the channel, and then he had a stroke, and he's recovering from it, and I so want him to come on the channel so that you all can meet him, because this guy, he needs to be known by more people. That whole album that they did, the Enigma Division, is absolute brilliance. Every song is brilliant. I'm dead serious about it. I'm not just saying. I'm not just plugging him. It's freaking amazing. Anyway, I'm waiting on Connor. Matt, I'm waiting on him. As soon as he's feeling better, I'm gonna have him on. Yeah. Thanks, Brian M. Oh, Matt. Oh, did I mention Donna Lee on the Residence Project track? I might have. I got a lot of catching up to do here. I'm just going through these comments. Uh, I'm getting there. Oh, Meg, that's brilliant. Talking about the trolls and stuff, there's a saying: if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. That is 100% true. Lise, I better see you at our next chill and chat on Patreon. Missed you the last time. Meg, yeah. Music has saved my life too. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, somebody comes in with full negativity. You see it, man. And it just, oh man, it just gets me. It but yeah, they show themselves, they reveal themselves to the world, right? And they're cowards. And I'll stand up on my soapbox and say that if you're like that, if you're somebody who trolls, you're a coward. I have no problem saying that, and I've had to deal with some of them. A lot of, like I said, most of them I just block them and don't respond. But there are some that deserve a little bit of comeuppance, and I have said this before. What's the saying? Just because I live my life promoting the art of peace doesn't mean I'm not familiar with the art of warfare. And I grew up in a tough place. I used to live in Oxnard, on the south side of Oxnard, and went to Oxnard High, and we had gangs, and it was a very I would say, coming from a very violent upbringing in high school. Just to give you an indication of what it was for me growing up in Oxnard High in the 70s, was that most schools, when they had drills, they had fire drills, right? And everyone would practice their fire drill, and they would go out in the lawn and they ring the bell and all of that. And we used to have riot drills. Besides fire drills, we had riot drills, where in the event of riots, where there were riots, on campus when I was in high school. In the event of riots, you had to go to a certain place and have this protocol, and we used to have drills because there were riots at the school, racial riots. And I lived through that. And luckily for me, being Hispanic, what was interesting for me is that because there's an area in Oxnard called La Colonia. And in Colonia, this was the Hispanics that have immigrated from Mexico, that, lower income families, and there are gangs, a lot of gangs in that area of Oxnard, and a lot of them went to the high school that I went to. And the interesting thing is, since I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, all my friends were white, yet I'm full-blooded Mexican. So I knew a lot of the Hispanics that were from Colonia, being Mexican. So what was really interesting for me growing up, and how I escaped a lot of the violence that was happening in the high school, was that because I am dark-skinned, because I'm Mexican, because I looked it, I wasn't hassled by the Hispanics, but yet all my friends who were white, they all knew me, right? So I walked in the middle. I walked that line in the middle where I was accepted from both sides. But I had friends who got beat up, you got jumped and all that kind of stuff. But I was lucky because I was kind of a hybrid in a certain way. But all of that is to say that I if you come at me, I do have a very kind demeanor and all of that, but I know how to protect myself. So I do that also verbally too. If somebody comes at me, thinking, oh, who's this, kindness is weakness kind of a thing, they're usually surprised that I am able to protect myself verbally as well, because I'm also educated. So it's kind of the thing that was in that movie where it's like what was the name of that movie? Oh, Good Will Hunting, where he's like in the bar with that guy and he's like beating him mentally, and then he's like, well, we could go outside and settle it too. That kind of thing. I love that scene. But yeah, because people think that I'm kind, that I'm weak, and so they come at me, and then they're not too happy about my retort. Let's put it that way. But yes. Okay, let's see. Enough of that. Let's see. These are such great comments. Okay, I need to get through my comments faster. Ben, thank you so much. Oh man, Kent Nishimura. Woo, that dude. He's an alien. He's amazing. I love how he breaks down the songs. George, yeah, Concrete Castles, man. They surprised me, and I'll tell you, the first video I saw of them, and it's got that darker side to them, because I like that kind of stuff too. That was like, oh man, yes. Let's see. Connor grew up with classical music. That's probably why he does what he does the way he does it. Brian, oh, good to see you, man. Oh, Brian, I love your requests, man. You're like, you're so in tune with what I do on the channel, and you have guided me, I think, from the first time that I said I'm a total noob when it comes to classical music, and you're like, okay, I gotcha, and you just have ushered me down that road and have introduced me to some of the most incredible classical music that I've ever heard. Oh, I love you for that. Mm. Oh, Sarah. Nowadays we have regular lockdown. Sarah's a teacher. She knows. Sarah works in an area that is very urban too, and she has. I would say, Sarah, that your school is very akin to how I grew up. The high school that I went to, the school that you're at, and so you totally get what I'm saying, 100%. Um, and there are good kids too. And I spent yesterday with Sarah. We were at um, Knott's Berry Farm. I put my little short out there, and somebody did guess it yesterday at a choir competition with all of her kids. What was that, like 22 or 24 kids, something like that? And I got to see them experience that competition. That was a lot of fun. They did great. They did great. Yeah, Sarah. It's pretty surreal when you have a student sobbing while clinging to you, telling you they don't want to die. Yep, I get it. I get it. We had we had guys, well, regularly, guys carrying knives when I was going to high school. I'd see them all the time, but there were guys who would jump the fence, who were not in high school. We had guys from gangs, because we had kids that were in gangs in my high school, and they had their homies jumping the fence, and they carried guns. So there were guns in my school. Um, Joe, I could not have said it better, man. If you're kind, you're strong. The weak ones are the haters. It's 100% true. Yeah. All right. I actually got down to my bottom of my comments here. Yeah. So, how many people are on here? I don't. Can I tell here? Let's see. Oh, 28. Oh, 28 watching right now. That's awesome. Oh, wow, Joe. Your mom was a kindergarten teacher. She took a gun from a little kid in kindergarten? Wow. Wow. In the 70s. Yep, exactly. Yeah, man. Dom. Oh, thank you so much, man. Oh, man. What else? What else? We're already going on 2 hours, folks. This is amazing. These go by so fast, I'll tell you. Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. Um, let's see. Coming up, what's coming up on the channel? What's coming up on the channel? What are some new things I could chat about? I think what's coming up on the channel, some of the things I like to hit, like when I hit these little like landmarks, I like to think about doing some something new, or just kind of um, doing something a little bit different, just so I could keep things interesting. Yeah, let's order a pizza. Yeah, that'd be great. Everyone, let's order some pizza, and then we can all sit here and chat through lunch. That's awesome. Oh man. I definitely want to do more interviews. Um, I really enjoy doing that, and that's that is, I love doing the interviews. I think partly because I am able to sit in a very relaxed environment with them because they're in their own home and we're doing this over Zoom, and they really let their guard down. And I love seeing that because some of these artists are just, so amazing, almost like superhuman, and it's nice to see them in an environment where they're comfortable and you get to see them as people. And I love that part of it because we get to see that part of them, as opposed to it being a more formal environment where we're all set up with a camera and then they're like in a studio with me, and then everyone's stiff and asking those standard questions and stuff, because I don't I love to ask questions that they don't expect. That's always a lot of fun to do. And yeah, I've got some of my faves. But yeah, I hope to get some of the artists, and Sarah knows who I'm talking about, some of the artists that are higher up on my wish list that are people that may not be obtainable, but I'm trying, and maybe I'll get lucky and be able to sit and talk with some of these people. But we'll see. Pizza does sound good. Now, see, Joe, I got pizza on my mind now. I'm gonna have to get some pizza. Meg, send me an email. Good question. Matt says, Jeff, I'm curious, does interviewing people on the channel help you appreciate the music you hear more? It doesn't help me appreciate the music more, because I think I already appreciate the music in the first place. But it helps me in a different way. It helps me to appreciate them as more as human, and as people who don't magically snap their finger and the music appears. It helps me to understand how difficult their process is. So it makes me appreciate the music more for that reason, I think, is that I'm able to see how much of a struggle it is. I have to say, and I'm not bringing this up for any other reason but to give you a little bit of insight into something that Jonah said to me in the interview, and you can go look it up because it's in the interview. And I was quite shocked by this, but I think it was in part 3. He was telling me he was struggling when they were doing the EP that they had just released recently, Beagle, and they were having issues, and it was hard for him, and they were struggling. And he said to me, after seeing all my reactions to the music, and after sitting on an interview with him for a couple hours, and he said, there are times where I'm very frustrated and I have to walk away from it. There are times I struggle with it. And then he goes, and then I think of my friend Jeff and how much he loves the music, and that gets me back to the studio to keep working on it. And I mean, I was shocked to hear him say that, but that just reaffirmed what I'm doing with the channel for these artists. And as a musician myself, I'll just tell you, if you're not a musician, maybe you don't really know this part of things, but as a musician, I've worked very hard on my own music, and most of the time it falls on deaf ears. That's just part of the game. And when people hear it, they consume it, but they don't give you feedback.
or if they do give you feedback, it's not very spectacular, or it's just like, way to go or whatever. So I think one of the things that my channel provides to the artists that I play on the channel is I give them some real feedback. And because I look for the things that are positive about what they do, they get it. And being a musician, being educated in music and understanding it, I'm able to be very specific about the things that I like about it. So I'm speaking their language. And I think that that is the thing that I'm able to form a connection with the artist for, because it's those things that they're able to hear, and they're getting that feedback, that they're not getting from everybody else. So I think that and that's another reason, like I was saying before, why I'm so protective of the artists. And if people start coming up talking crap about the artists, that I'm going to blow their comment out, because the artists do watch my channel, as I have found out. But that's a thing about being an artist in any media, but in music specifically, my experience with it is that people don't give you feedback on it, and don't give you positive feedback or anything that is really substantial. So you walk away after working on a song for, months, countless hours, slaving, when you're tired, when you don't feel like it, when you're struggling, whatever, and you go through this process, and then you're done, and you birth it into the world, and then nobody cares. And it can be a very disheartening thing. So to hear Jonas say something like that made me feel that I was impactful in some way to help him to continue to work, to finish what he was working on. And that is the highest compliment that I could ever receive. So similar thing happened to me, and I got to say this, and Sarah knows about this already, is that the same thing happened to me when I met Mike Garson, Mike Garson was the piano player, the keyboard player for David Bowie throughout his career. He was the guy. He's played on every major Bowie hit, basically. He was on Heroes. He was on Ashes to Ashes. He was on the whole Aladdin Sane album and many albums and everything. So he was the man. He was Bowie's first choice for keyboard player. So they have a very tight relationship. So when Sarah and I went to go see him at the Sunrose venue, I did a video talking about that, and I showed some of the video that I shot of him performing the song Aladdin Sane, and that's on my channel if you care to watch it. But Mike Garson has been an idol of mine for decades, since I was in my 20s. He was the reason why I fell in love with Bowie, was because of his piano playing, and that was what got me started with my whole journey with Bowie. So I posted this video, not thinking anything about it other than to share my night with the world, and guess what? I got a message on TikTok from his account, and it said, "Hi, my name is Mark. I work for Mike Garson, and he wanted your email address because he saw your videos." And I had done other videos with Mike Garson in it, and he wanted to email you. And I was shocked. I remember I was with Sarah, and I'm like, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe this." And I showed her, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." So I quickly typed in my email. I checked it 10 times. I want to make sure that's right. Is it right? Does that look right to you? Sent it off. Then I didn't hear anything back from him. I was like waiting, checking my phone like every hour, checking it the next day and the next day. Never heard from him. And I said to Sarah, I'm like, the fact that Mike Garson saw my video and he felt compelled to want to contact me. That's good enough for me, man. That's good enough for me. And went on my merry way. So we got a chance to see Mike play again at the same venue. And we show up and there's some confusion about the seating. And we were supposed to sit on his side of the stage because I wanted to connect with him and see if somehow I could talk to him or whatever. But we got put on the complete freaking opposite side of the stage. And we're like, wait a minute, these aren't the seats that we got. And the owner actually came to talk to us. She goes, well, that's what you ordered. This is the table that you ordered, and everything. And I don't know, something happened. We screwed up, I guess. And so it was kind of a downer because I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to get to talk to him because he's, it would be too hard to cross. It's jam packed in that club. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it over there. Anyway. So we see the spectacular performance. They were awesome. I mean, the benefit was at least Mike Garson was pointed in our direction, so we got to see his face when he played, whereas last time we saw his back the whole night. So anyway, so the performance ends, and we're letting people file out. We're waiting to get my credit card back because it was on file. And we're just trying to pay everything off, and then I'm like, all right, let's go. And I stand up and I see his assistant, Mark. This is the guy that messaged me because I remember him from last time. And I'm like, oh, this Mark's over there because Mike had already taken off. And I'm like, I wonder, Sarah goes, go over there. Maybe you could talk. I'm like, no, let's just go. And Sarah's like, no, look, Luke Spiller's over there too, because Luke Spiller from the Struts was also there, and Sarah really likes Luke. So I'm like, well, let's go and get a picture with Luke. So we go over there and talk to Luke for a little bit, got a picture with him, and then Mike's assistant, Mark, turns around and he looks at me in the face and he goes, pulled the rope aside, and he goes, come on back. He recognized me. I didn't even have to say 2 words. I was about ready to ask him, like, if he knew who I was. And I was like, and he goes, come on back. And I turned to Sarah. I'm like, let's go. So he pulled the rope back and he walked us. He escorted us around the corner to the green room. And he goes, what's your name again? I said, Jeff. We walk in and there's Mike Garson sitting on a couch with his family and other people. There's like maybe 5 people back there. There's like nobody. And we walk in and he goes, hey, Mike. And then he turns around and goes, this is Jeff. And Mike goes, oh my gosh. Hey, Jeff. And he stood up. He recognized me from the video, and he came up and he gave me a hug. I mean, I was just, am I dreaming? This is not real, right? So this is a guy who I've worshiped for decades, man, since I was in my 20s, and 40 years that I've listened to his music. And he stands up and he recognized me, called me by name, and he gave me a hug. And then I was just like, I was like trying to pull it together. And so I put my hand on his shoulders and I said, if you've seen my videos, you know how much I was gushing by the fact that you were just standing next to me, and he started laughing. And so we had a conversation, and Sarah, oh, bless her heart, was smart enough to videotape the whole thing. So, I got to just like say everything I wanted to say to him. And then he started telling me about what he was working on and what was coming up. And he was giving me all of this information, insider information that I've like, oh my God. And he goes, I'll message you because when we come out and we do this show, he's telling me about a very specific thing that he's got coming to LA and he's like, I'll let you know when we come out and we do this show. And I'm like, please let me know. And then we were asking him about his teaching, because he does teaching, and I'm like, I want to get in on that. Sarah wants to get Sarah to take piano lessons from him and all this. And so he told his assistant about it. He goes, yeah, make sure you hook them up with the whole masterclass stuff. And anyway, I've got videos and some stills and stuff that I'd like to make a video and share with all of you guys. I didn't know, because I was conflicted about this, you guys, because I told Sarah I didn't want it to look like a look at me, look how special I am. I get to meet, stars like this video, because I didn't want to come off, like that, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't post this. Maybe I shouldn't post anything, because it's just going to look, gratuitous and self-promoting, and I'm like, yeah, because there's, I got some footage of them playing, not a lot, from the night, and I'm like, I don't have enough of that kind of footage. I just really have me talking to him, and I didn't want it to look like I'm bragging, and so I didn't put anything up, so I just left it at that. But it is a real special, it's special to me. It's a very special moment to me. I don't know if it'd be special to anybody else, but it certainly was to me. And, it might be something that I put up at some point just to share with everybody. But it was absolutely a dream come true, because he was at the top of my list. The only person, I was telling Sarah and I were talking about this, because I was saying the only person to me that could beat that would be David Bowie himself, but that ain't gonna happen, and Paul McCartney. That would leave me that blown away by meeting them. But that's, for me, Mike Garson is up there. He's up there on that high on the list for me. So yeah, and there's certainly a lot of other artists I'd love to meet, but definitely he was way out there, man. Brag, man, brag. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys don't think that it's just too freaking, I don't want to make it about me. I want to make it about him. I was thinking about doing a video that talked about what he's done, because he's not only played with Bowie. Oh my God, the list of groups that he has performed with, and it just goes on and on and on. I mean, it's amazing, because everybody wants him to play on their stuff. But I reached out. He's one of the ones that I've reached out to ask for an interview. I have not heard back. I don't expect to hear back, because he's way up there. But if it's possible to make that happen, then I would definitely make that happen. But we'll see. But maybe I'll put together a video for you guys, and then you could share in the excitement that I experienced that night. And Sarah got in there too. We took some really cool pictures of us standing there with him and all that. The big smile on his face. Sweetest man in the world. Oh, so approachable. Oh man, what a fun night. Anyway. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, you guys. Pizza sounds good. It's 12:23 my time, which means it's lunchtime, and 2 hours is probably more than enough as far as everyone's got their day that they got to do stuff, and man, I just want to say that if you are a subscriber, if you are on Patreon, if you are one of those people who are in this special Happy Stratelli Studios zone with me, I so can't tell you how much I appreciate sharing my life with all you guys, and like, you're all friends to me, and it's like just this big worldwide global network of friends that I have from all over the world, that is just so absolutely heartwarming and special to me. Yeah, you guys are awesome, and it's been, when I see your names come up, it's like I know who you are, and it's like I know like who you've requested. I know like I have a really good idea of what you love and what gets you excited, and it's so fun to see you guys get excited about music too, because when I could share that with you, there's that intimacy that I have with each and every one of you, because I too love these groups, because I just love music. So there's a lot there's a lot that I enjoy from all different kinds of music, and I love being able to have that connection with each and every one of you for the people that you like, the groups that you like, because I love them too. And Joe, you got a hug from Tori. I just saw that come up, you dog. Good for you. Did you get a picture of it? I might have to have evidence on that one, buddy. Very cool. Well, thank you all for helping me get to 50,000 subscribers. It's still mind blowing for me to think about that. We got to get up to 100,000, man, because I need to get that play button and prove to the world that 100,000 good people are out there. Not just 50,000, but 100,000 people are up there who are not trolls, who are beautiful people, who are positive, and who just are killer people. So, that's what I want to do. That's my mission with the channel. That's my mission, is to try to grow this network of great, awesome, loving people, and to beat down that bullshit that we all face in life, from negativity and people who are crappy and trolls and all of that, because the good people need to dominate. That's how I feel about it. All right, you guys, love you guys so much, and you'll see some more videos from me today. I'm gonna have some pizza, and then I'm gonna get to work, and then leave comments, you guys, and I'll see you next time. This has been a blast, and I'm looking for how to jump off. Okay, there it is. All right, love you guys. See you soon. Bye.